Good morning, kids. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Is everybody ready for our last spooky season stream tonight or today? Today, what time of day is it, kids? I'm all I'm all discombobulated. I did my makeup today though. So I mean, I have half the problem settled already. All right, who do we got? Me. Just so everybody knows, any of the videos I am using today, I have put in the chat if you guys want to go and subscribe to these amazing creators who do paranormal activities. I probably wouldn't do it just because I don't know. I would have, I mean, me, if I was with Kim, I could do it. Jay Warren, it's good to see you, honey. I'm so happy that you found us. Doc Mom, hey mama. We're lighting candles. I have my candle right here lit too. Hopefully we're summoning all types of shit. Yes, please make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Oh, hi Brian. Good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, thank you, equals. Have a good day, mama. Hi, Aggie. So, guys, Dave from the Labor Union. You're early today. Hey, babe. Aggie. Oh, hey, mama. So today, we need some more people to log in here. I know that Nurse Kim, a lot of my viewers could be over at a different thing, so we'll just give it a couple of minutes. Today is The Conjuring House. Who remembers the movie The Conjuring from, what was it, the 90s or like early 2000s? Who remembers that movie? I do. I'll put my hand up. I do. It's really freaky. The movie was, it was kind of when a lot of horror movies were bringing it back. Oh, hey Colleen. The Conjuring from the, I think, early 2000s. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, Colleen. Good to see you, baby. The Conjuring House has a lot of history, much like the Lizzie Borden house, and there are like the Salem witch trials. There's all different things in Massachusetts. The Conjuring House is actually right over the border into Rhode Island. I actually drove by it not too long ago. I was going to Mary Lou's, and there's no Mary Lou's where I am, so I went across the border to Rhode Island. And the Conjuring estate is like right there, and it's right there. Okay. And you just look at it and you feel like, ugh, right? Like, I don't want to say it's a bed and breakfast, kids. Dog Mom, did you know that? Dog Mom, it is a bed and breakfast. I didn't know that. I knew Lizzie Borden's was. I knew you could take a tour. I didn't know that you could stay in the Conjuring House currently. No, thank you. I would probably do it though. I probably would do it. I was asking, we were driving to Fall River on Friday night to go to the haunted house, and I asked my nephew, I'm like, would you want to like stay there like for a night? Like I'll totally do it. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. It's a little pricey to be tormented. Just maybe if that's the case, I don't know. It is pricey, but probably worth it if you were into unsolved paranormal. Oh, they do overnight tour. Oh, I could totally do that. Oh, I could totally do that. I could stay. I'd probably stay awake anyway. I don't know. I like all haunted things. Like I like all the things about Halloween. I want to feel frightened. You know what I mean? I like all this stuff. While I'm waiting for some people to pop in here, why don't we go ahead and I will show you what we did last night. Me and the boy. This is us at Trunk or Treat last night. Caden is a Saja boy from the movie K-Pop Demon Hunters. That's us. He is Mystery Saja. We had a blast, and he was like, Mommy, why aren't we going from house to house? I'm like, that's next week. There we are. him. I'll tell you what, the police do the best trunk like every year. Oh, that's my sister. That was one of the Trunks kids. That was on somebody's trunk. I thought that was really cool. That's me and him. That was us. He saw Sonic, which was amazing. That's yeah. Oh, and the boy, okay. The boy got yeah, Eagles. I know everyone's. Yeah, like I want to be frightened. I want to be scared. I know. This is like the best. I love that you're here, Equals. Thanks for being here. You're always here, and I love that. Baby Grunk living his best life. Okay, so you know how we call him Baby Grunk because one day he is going to play football. So we're going around, and one of the trunks was the town's football team, right? And a football player can identify a football player, okay? And the kids all saw Caden, and they were like, and they had like a you could throw a football through the holes or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, you want to do it?" Like, Caden, honestly, he can be a little shy sometimes, but he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And so there's like 5 huge football players with their pads and everything. It was really cool. And sure as shit, Baby Grunk, left-handed, right through the hole. He was the only kid in the vicinity that got the hole, and he got like a little special prize. You're buffering? Is anyone else buffering? I know they probably did. And I was like, when he's in kindergarten, but when he gets to high school, he'll be on your team someday, Baby Grunk. Yeah, I don't see Aggie, you might want to close out and come back in. No buffering. Yeah, I don't see the buffering because a lot of times I can see it on this side because I can tell when the things are buffering. Dave from the labor is good. Colleen's good. Equal parts. All right. So yeah. And then they were like, "Oh, you're left-handed. You should play baseball." It was really funny. But yeah, Baby Gronk got the football in the hole. Only kid. I mean, there was like older kids trying to get it in too. And he was just we're probably gonna we're not gonna wait. We're not gonna wait. We're gonna go right into this. So the Conjuring House. The Conjuring House is in Rhode Island, like I said, and apparently it's an estate. Who knows, Kimmy? What's the is it? I want to say Adelson estate, but that's not it. Okay, I have all my cases mixed up in my head. It is an estate in Rhode Island. Okay, and it has since the beginning of the 1900s, late 1800s, there were murders that happened on this estate property and they were never solved. Some people say that the house is full of paranormal activity, that these people did it. There was never anyone ever held responsible for what happened at this estate. And since then, it has brought in droves and droves and droves of people. And apparently, they say, much like a lot of these places, that it's one of. I know. Wait, what house did he buy? Okay, good, Aggie. I'm glad, honey. Wait, what house did he buy? Did he buy Lizzie Borden? What house did he buy? Kim, inquiring minds want to know. Okay, good. Let's fucking go. Yeah. So, and ever since then, there has been unexplained paranormal activity at this house. The Warrens. Thank you, girl. See, are you my producer? Lauren Matthias, I have a producer too, bitch. So come full circle, we are now in the year of 2025 and it does tours at night. There's unexplained stuff that happens at this house. I remember, I think actually one of the viewers here, hippie chick, just went to the Lizzie Borden house and she said that her watch ended up just dying at the house, like just stopped working or something. Like, how do you explain that? Right? How do you explain that? Kidding. All right, let's go ahead and start one of these videos. These are I'm going to do the true story behind the real Conjuring House. Okay. This is for fair use. We are going to be using um, all of this material. This is let me get the video again in chat. Hold on. This is the video that I am using. Okay. What happened to my other one? This one. All right. So let's go ahead and start this. This is a great creator. I put the link in the chat. This is creator Explore With Us. They do a lot of paranormal activity investigations and go all over the country to see what is the deal with all of these, kind of like tales of craziness happening at these houses. Lizzie Borden, Conjuring, many more. You can hear this. Hi, Patrick. Love you. The Weird History Channel. I love history. Here we go, kids. Harrisville. Okay, so fun fact. I'm just gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna try not to do this while the story's going, but I went to Mary Lou's across the border in Rhode Island. I drove by this place. It oozes Bloody Mary vibes. Do you remember when you would stand in the mirror and you would go Bloody Mary 3 times, and you'd think that she was gonna like pop out on you? It has all the Bloody Mary vibes, all of them. Every vibe that you could possibly get. Yeah, New England is haunted as hell. Haunted as hell. Well, it's like, like the Salem witch trials. People think like when you go to Salem is you're gonna see like the tumbleweeds across Salem. It's not like that anymore. It's like it's city-ish now. But you can still go to the hook. Yeah, I believe in that energy too. You can go to the Hocus Pocus house still. It's still there, Jay. And you could do a tour of the Hocus Pocus house. But yeah, even Salem in Halloween specifically, when it's all done up, it always gives me those vibes. Like, do you want to stay here? Yeah, they did. Definitely did. Haunted doesn't have to be scary. I feel energy on our. Yeah, well, you absolutely right, girlfriend. We did a stream. I think it was Lizzie Borden, where I told a story about how my father passed away in our home. When I was 10, he was sick. He was sick of cancer, and the summer after he passed away, I was running up the stairs where it would be like almost like the landing would spit out to the room that he passed away in. And it was hot. Like we didn't have ACs, we didn't have anything. And I'm running up the stairs and I'm sweating because it's like 90 degrees in an old Victorian Boston home with no ACs. Running up the stairs, and I went through like an instant, it felt like I was in a freezer. Ever since then, I believe in energies and I believe in good or bad. People can get stuck. I believe like there's that purgatory thing. I'm Catholic. I know what, we believe in purgatory where you're stuck in between like worlds or whatever, or stuck in between, heaven and hell. I believe in all of that. And after that happened to me when I was 11 years old, honey, I will always believe in this. Always. All right, let's keep going. I try not to stop it like I always do. as much, as much. Oh my God, Jay. I believe that. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm stopping this for a second. This is a good point, my friend Colleen. Um, a lot of people, as a Catholic, people can say that purgatory is earth, and then you can either go to heaven or hell. Um, I do you remember the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze, and he got stuck? He couldn't go to the other side, whatever side he was going to. He couldn't go to the other side because he had unfinished business in this um in this in this life. So he got stuck and he couldn't go to heaven. He couldn't, I mean, I don't know if he was going to hell. I don't know. I wasn't there. But you know, he got stuck. And I believe that spirits can get stuck. A lot of these like bad, like these tragic cases that happen at the house where paranormal stuff starts happening. And like for instance, hippie chick. I hope she comes in today. Her watch stopped working at the Lizzie Borden house. I think that's what I read. My first paranormal experience was in Ireland. Oh, my Ireland people. I saw this dark figure on top of a Ferris wheel at 16. So bizarre. It felt like the thing was staring into my soul. I believe it. Joe Warren, I believe it. And close to where Matthew Broderick and Sarah. Oh, very cool. I've heard beautiful, beautiful. That Ireland's beautiful. Yes, if you guys are here, so looks like most people are from the YouTubes, but if you are over on X and want to come over to our YouTube channel, it's Unsolved Amy Boston. We have the best people over here, and we like to talk about unsolved shit and true crime. Today we're doing some paranormal activity with the Conjuring House in Harrisville, Rhode Island. If Crafty Chris pops in here, she'll know a lot about this. She originally is from there. Well, from Rhode Island. Mhm. Hi, Jen. What? Wait, Andrea Perrin remembers a ghost tucking her in at night? Kids. Kids, would you be okay with that? It's really good to see you, Jen Fox. Awesome to see you. Watching the Heavenly Kid or Earth Angel on YouTube. Comedic, but there's yes. Okay, Colleen, we'll be here. I believe in this stuff. Yes, Madeline Soto couldn't cross over because she thought Steven Stearns could still hurt. Could you? Oh, that is tragic, Aggie. Oh my God, that case. Girlfriend. Oh my God. Good morning, Calypso. It's so good to see you, Mama. All right, let's keep going. I'm an interrupter. And I know you guys are used to that because you guys are all my OGs, except for Jay Warren, but he fits right in as an OG. Um, Andrea Perrin said that she saw men in her kitchen at the table dressed in colonial era clothing. I had a similar experience. I will share. Yes, please. Yeah, I agree. I agree too. 100%. Oh my God, equals. Hi, Rosie. What? Yes, please do. What? I'm gonna pause right here. Jay is telling his paranormal story. So I was in Wales this time on vacation. This always happens to me in Europe for some reason. I was at my holiday rental in the middle of nowhere, and this woman and a kid walked past dressed. It was like the 80s or 90s. So bizarre. I said, "Hey." They ignore me like I was a ghost. Stop it. Oh, Joe Warren, keep going. Keep going. I'm dead. Like, I believe in this stuff. Okay, do you guys like know when you're driving down the street and like you hadn't smoked any green and you're not on anything and you're you shouldn't be on anything driving, but like you know what I'm saying? You haven't smoked any grass, you haven't done anything and you see something run in the middle of the street and I have swerved like, oh my God, thinking like, was that a deer? Like what just happened? But I believe that ghosts. I believe that those things are ghosts. Listen, your eyes don't play you that bad. I believe that that stuff is real. One time on the highway, I was driving. I was flying. I was going, 65 miles an hour and I'm on the Mass Pike, the Massachusetts Turnpike, and I'm heading to what was my mom's house. And I'm driving, and I literally saw someone running. They had baggy jeans on and like a big baggy coat, and like I couldn't see. And I nearly flipped my Jeep. Nothing was there. I pulled over. Like, oh my God, nothing was there, kids. But if you asked me, you could have hooked me up to a lie detector test, and I would have told you that someone was running on the Mass Pike. Hi, Sarah Dawn, baby. I lived in England when I was younger and worked in a hotel that was established in the 1300s. Very cool. I walked in to clean a room and I opened the door and there was an old man sitting in a chair by a window. Oh, did you die? Sarah Dawn, this is the side that I live for this shit. Okay, it was crazy. There was nowhere they could have gone for miles, and it was thundering a storm, which is why I said hi. I just wanted to know if they needed help. Oh, Jay, how nice is that? You're like, you're ghosts. I just want to help you. As long as this is what I mean. Exactly. Like, driving, same thing. You could have hooked me up to a lie detector test and I would have told you that there was a boy with baggy jeans running across the Massachusetts Turnpike. I could have sworn. Same as this. And then by the time, you blink and you're like, wait, where'd it go? I'm nearly flipping my Jeep. Oh my God. Um, Equal parts, my lady. My first husband grew up next door to a fancy old southern plantation. Ooh, I visited the plantation house and some site on the Mississippi River. Walking the river, the air suddenly changed. I believe all of that, girlfriend. Down there is another very, very spooky. Oh, hi, Jesse. Good morning, baby. Happy Sunday morning. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind driving on the highway, but I'd really rather not my mind play tricks on me or ghosts right out in front of me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't like being boxed in with cars. So Rosie, baby, how you doing, honey? I saw a crypto on the way to work 3 years ago at dawn on Route 109 in Westwood by the interstate. Oh, yeah. It was pure black. It was crouched on the left side of a four-lane road. Like, this is all of these stories. I believe these things. I truly believe that these things happen. We are not the only energies on this planet. Sarah Dawn. I had a ghost dog. What? I could feel my feet get cold at night, like a dog was making the bed of the front, and usually kept our bedroom door open. And one night it blew up. Like, come on. The next morning there were scratches. Oh, what? Oh my God. Joe. Yes, I live in the oldest city in North America now. There's so much ghost. I mean, I that's crazy. We can relate. The whole New England area is super, super haunted, supposedly. You live on the West Coast, Sarah? Just, I mean, you don't have to tell me where, but yes. The thing ran upright across the woods. Then I saw it again, but only at the bottom. The black leg spinning up off the ground. I mean, yeah. That's not. Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Queen Olive. Thanks for being with us. Oh. um I had a pike ghost too once. It came into my car. I wanted to get home to his. Like, stop it. Equal parts. This stuff makes you believe. Yes, Aggie, thank you for being here, Mama. If you guys are over on X, or even if you're watching here on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel, share it out to anyone who likes paranormal or unsolved mysteries, and join us every Sunday at 10 a.m. for sure. But I go live throughout the week too with pulp culture, public interest cases, and sometimes cases that are not getting enough exposure. So come over and become a part of our family. All right, let's keep going. We could talk about these stories all day. Okay, I had to process because of the Titanics too. The Titanic, didn't it set sail and come across, and it's right outside Newfoundland where the boat went down? I want to do a story on the implosion of that submarine. No. um yeah, it is off the coast. I think we might do the submersible one time. Is anyone just yeah, it's just a disclaimer for this video. It's just kind of like telling it over. I thought there was video, but I'm not a professional. So I need a producer. Maybe Lauren Matthias can find me one. Thanks, Brian. Mm. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, this is why I'm new. Okay, why didn't anybody tell me? Oh my God, you guys. Hold on. God, I hate myself sometimes. We have video, kids. God, you can't take me anywhere.
Witch that haunted the family.
Okay.
Or the broom ghost that was known to sweep up the kitchen
Sorry.
whenever no one was around. How the story came.
Wait. Now that we have video, it's gonna.
Bill haunting, according to Andrea Perrin, a family friend went to see the Warrens while they were giving a talk in Putnam, Connecticut. Cynthia Perrin backs up this claim, saying in an interview
No, it's a host
that a
problem.
family named Bra went to Warren collection and told the family about the couple.
Creepy.
Spoiler alert, if you saw the Conjuring movie, then you probably remember a series of escalating game hiding clap, where one person is girl eye. In these, another is consistently pair ghostly clapping hands belonging to Bathsheba. Super spooky. But it turns out that the real story is much more harrowing. Cynthia Perrin claims that one day while the girls were playing hide and seek on the farm, she hid in a pine box without any kind of lock, latch, or ventilation. After no one came to find her, Cynthia decided to find a new hiding place. She later told an interviewer that when she tried to get out, no one heard her. Luckily, 20 minutes later, her sister Nancy came along and simply opened the box for her. Paranormal or crappy old box? We'll let you decide.
What?
According to the Perrin family, they're still being haunted by Bathsheba Thayer. During the filming of The Conjuring, the entire family was invited to the set. Initially, they were all going to go, but at the last minute, Carolyn got cold feet and changed her mind. She claimed that she didn't want to make the trip, but it's also not hard to imagine there was some trepidation on her part to dig up the past. Andrea Perrin claims that while the family was being interviewed, a rogue wind swept them over, knocking down cameras, lights, and anything that surrounded them. Meteorology notwithstanding, they all agreed it was Bathsheba's curse. When they returned to their hotels that evening, the kids learned their mother had fallen and broken her hip at the exact time that the eerie wind swept over them. When the family made it to their mother's hospital room, they claimed that she sat up and said, Bathsheba's curse. She did to Andrea Perrin. Everyone who has lived in the house that we know of has experienced the haunting. Some have left screaming and running for their lives.
That's crazy. Do you think that people go and like seek out these homes to purchase? Like right now it's a bed and breakfast. So like no one's purchased it. Like it's owned by the state, I would assume, or whatever, like a historian, like a museum or whatever. But if you're living in a place like this, and some random wind knocks over mom and breaks the hip when, yeah. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, Jen, same. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's keep going. I'm really sorry about the video. I'm not professional here. I'm trying. I'm getting better, but I'm not. I pay more for a haunted. Yeah, I know. Did I miss anything while I was trying to figure out my life? Is it still glitching? Good grief.
She claims the man they sold it to started a restoration project, but left screaming without his car, without his tools, and without his clothing. However, according to the current owner, Norma Sutcliffe, the house isn't as haunted as you might have heard. Sutcliffe only claims to have seen and heard people talking in other rooms, footsteps when no one is home, and a strange blue light shooting around a room. Yeah, Norma, that's still not normal. Get out. After The Conjuring was released, Sutcliffe became so unhappy with all the attention surrounding her home, she attempted to disprove the Perron family story. The demonic antagonist of The Conjuring is a witch named Bathsheba Thayer, born Bathsheba Sherman. The Perron family claims the spirit of this woman haunted them for nearly a decade, possessed their mother, and even followed them onto the set of a film. But was Thayer really...
Wait, so this lady was supposedly taking over the Perron mother's body? Like, can you imagine seeing that like in real life? Like, and really truly believing that? What does Jen say? Poltergeist, yeah, good movie, Jay. When I was looking to buy a house, I would check to see if the house was and it didn't let me go inside. Years later, my mom moved to an apartment in New Boston, New Hampshire, and I couldn't go. Oh my, unless she invited me. That's right. Oh my goodness. I can't. Apparently, according to Andrea, she started to speak in Old English. Old English or tongues? Because you know, like the Southern Christians who speak in tongues. Oh, I like kids. This stuff makes you believe. I'm a believer in this stuff. So
a witch, or is she just the victim of bad press? The film posits that Thayer sacrificed her baby to Satan before hanging herself in order to become a malevolent spirit within the Rhode Island farmhouse. However, it turns out that Bathsheba was just a normal woman who was married and had 4 children.
She looks like a good time at a party. Check out that mug. Woo!
3 of them did die at a young age, but this was the 19th century, so it wasn't that unusual. In 1885, Bathsheba passed away from a stroke and was buried next to her first husband and 3 children. Finally, one of the biggest questions most people have about the haunting of the Perron family is, why would you just not leave? I have that question. It's a reasonable question. According to them, the answer is money. It simply wasn't financially possible for the family to leave. The haunting was happening during the end of the Nixon administration, all the way through the Carter administration. The economy was terrible, and no matter how good your friends are, no one has a room to house 5 teenage girls and their mother and father. Aside from that, Andrea Perron notes that the property value on their 200-acre farm was devaluing by the day, and the family would have been destitute if they had just walked away. In 1980, the Perron family was finally able to sell the house, and as soon as the paperwork was signed, they made a beeline for Georgia and never looked back. As to whether this is a convincing reason to stay in a house with ghosts that take control of your body and abuse your daughters, well, like with every other aspect of this story, you'll just have to decide what you believe for yourself.
Oh, we will.
So what do you think? Do you believe in hauntings? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other videos from our...
All right. So that's our first video to kind of explain what's happening with this house. So it was 1980. Why did I think that this started in this house way before that? I thought it was like early 1900s that people started having, but the Perron family, it looks like a lot of them is still alive. I believe this next video actually goes over some of that. If you guys are not subscribed, make sure you guys are subscribed and like the video. All right. This one is The true story behind the real Conjuring House. This is a Conjuring documentary. Do you guys like the captions on or no? I'm not a huge fan of the captions. All right, let's go ahead and Caddy. Good morning, Caddy. Good to see you, baby. Let's see if anyone else snuck in. Good morning, honey. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's just like start this one. I'm going to put me in the bottom here so you're not looking at my mug the whole time. Okay. Here's the disclaimer.
What
but if
is
they're
up, Iwu crew? Today, we're covering the chilling story of the Perron family and the old Arnold estate, which most of you may know as the house from the 2013 blockbuster, The Conjuring. If you enjoy true crime, mysteries, and true stories, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. The real story behind the movie franchise The Conjuring begins with a rural farmhouse in Rhode Island. Built in 1736, it has gone by many names over the years, including the Dexter Richardson House and the Old Brook Farm. When the Perron family purchased it in 1971, though, it was known as the Old Arnold Estate.
That's right, Arnold Estate.
In January 1971, Roger and Carolyn Perron, along with their 5 daughters, Andrea, April, Christine, Cindy, and Nancy, moved into the Old Arnold Estate, located in the Rhode Island suburbs.
Good morning,
modest
Sandy.
14-room historic farmhouse situated on a 200-acre property. It seemed like a location for children, and that everything seemed great. 13-year-old Andrea, the eldest of the Perron girls, had her own room while her sisters, 11-year-old Nancy and 10-year-old Christine, shared another. The 2 youngest girls, Cindy and April, also had another room to themselves. The house was big enough for all 7 members of the Perron family. Provided their family settled into life at the Old Arnold Estate, Roger and Carolyn hadn't forgotten the final words of the man who had sold them the house. When dropping off the to leave the lights on.
Wait a minute. Hold on, kids. I'm not a homeowner, but if I filed on a home, like if I closed on a home and the real estate agent said don't turn off the lights when you go to sleep, I have so many questions. Why? Like, listen, I like this shit to all of it. Give me all of it, but do I want to live in it? Wouldn't you question, like, why can't I turn on the lights? Why can't I turn off the lights, ma'am? As soon as this guy leaves, a couple minutes later, the guy turns to him and asks if he's Catholic. I'm Catholic, Irish Catholic. You can look at City Hall. Okay. Yeah, Rosie. So when the Perron family moved into the estate, the Arnold estate in Harrisville, Rhode Island, when they closed on this home that they bought with their 5 daughters and the couple, the real estate agent said, "Don't turn the lights off at night." Ma'am, I would be like, wait. Let's go over the gambit of questions I have as to why I can't turn off my lights. What is happening in the darkness that I can't turn on my lights? I pay for those fucking lights. You need to tell me why I can't turn them off. Right? I know. I mean, is it a shocker that most of us from the Massachusetts area are Irish Catholics? Insane. You're a French Catholic here? I love it, Jen. Yes. I am. There's Boston Irish Catholic. It's all comes with associated guilt. I'll tell you. So sidebar, kids, I am an Irish Catholic from the city of Boston. I grew up in the city, right? Entering Hyde Park. Okay. So I went to Catholic school, and this is like I was going to do something on pagan Halloween, because one time when I was hippie chick, I was just talking about you, mama, and how I was supposed to meet you. Oh my God, did you have so much fun at Lizzie Borden, baby? My day got all fucked up and I had to eat that ticket. So I was a young Catholic girl at Catholic school, and my dad was one of the Catholics that, like, you didn't drive to church or do anything on Sundays type of thing. It was the Lord's Day, and if we're going to mass, we're gonna walk. Okay, with all kids in tow, we're walking to church. Okay, so when I was in like second or third grade, girls could be altar boys, we call altar servers. Okay. So sign me up, get me out of class. I did that. My Catholic priest, we had a meeting for all of the altar servers, and I have ADHD and dyslexia, and you guys know, I'm all over the place. I'm like this as a 41-year-old adult. Okay. Imagine what a 9-year-old Amy was like. Okay. He called me. He said I was acting like a pagan and to get out of the church. I mean, sir. All right. I kind of want to go over that pagan video if we have time, though. We have plenty of time. This video is only like 21 minutes long, and then we'll go and do a different.
Perhaps it had been a friendly warning from one neighbor to another. After all, America in the 1970s, serial killers and gruesome crime sprees. But the man's sinister tone had sent chills down Roger and Carolyn's spines. And try as they might, they couldn't get his strange caution out of their minds. It wasn't long before several mysterious and unexplainable things started happening inside their home. The house itself creaked, slammed, and whispered. Carolyn also started noticing that things frequently went missing, with the broom seemingly moving by itself from place to place around the house.
Can you imagine?
More than that, though, she heard scraping sounds against the kettle, despite the fact that no one was in the kitchen at the time. She would also find small piles of dirt in the center of the kitchen floor, even though it had been thoroughly cleaned only a few hours before.
Okay, like there's just some things that are unexplainable, and I feel like that's something that's just like, wouldn't that startle you if you just deep cleaned your home and all of a sudden there's piles of dirt that you know that you didn't do and you're the only one home? Right? I mean, can we get the brooms that automatically clean? Summons. If there's any spirit in this house that want to clean for me, I have 6 loads of laundry. Yeah, I mean, if they're just helping me clean, welcome. We can harbor you here. That's fine. That's fine. As long as you're nice to me and my kid, I don't give a shit what happens. As long as you pay it's called a Roomba. I am dead, hippie chick. I am so dead. A Roomba. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? All right. Let's keep going, kids.
In an interview, Cindy Perrin, the second youngest daughter, said, "Things would either be moved all around in a different position than how I left them, or they would all be shoved up underneath the bed. And I would go to my sisters, of course you'd go to your sisters, and ask, 'Hey, what'd you do to my toys?' And they'd say, 'Nothing. Why would I mess with your toys, Cindy?' No one discussed any of these events until much later." Andrea also had her fair share of disturbing experiences. As the eldest of the 5 sisters, she was woken many times in the middle of the night by her siblings coming into her room, huddling with her on her bed as they sobbed their hearts out. 8-year-old Cindy, in particular, claimed that she could hear a menacing voice in the room that she shared with April. A voice that whispered, There are 7 dead soldiers in the walls, over and over again. Almost immediately after moving in, all 5 sisters noticed their house seemed alive with spirit. More of the ghosts and even befriended one of them, calling him Manny. According to Cindy, when we first moved into the house for the first 2 months, there was a woman that came and
Wait. Did they named the ghost Manny?
kissed me every night on the forehead that I thought was my mother. Her older sister Andrea added, Mom smelled like ivory soap, and the spirits smelled like flowers and fruit.
What?
Some spirits, however, were more threatening. For instance, the family was kept awake at night by a voice crying out for its mother, and at exactly 5:15 a.m., their beds would be lifted by an unseen force. The stink of rotting flesh permeated through the home, and there were even apparitions as well as shut around.
I just want to put this kids see, yeah, I believe that kids see ghosts all the time. My mom was asked polite me by St. Mark's to send me to public school because I was dyslexic. Listen, I went to Catholic school until I was 8, and I'm pretty sure they just pushed me along because they didn't want me to stay back at Catholic school. I did not belong at Catholic school. They do not help kids like you and me, Patrick. I went to a really good public high school, and I started getting help there. All rumors getting here now, Aggie. No, Calypso. All the newspaper articles about this guy showed up on the doctor's desk, and the doctors went apeshit. What the fuck? I'm not watching chat because if I don't look at my other screen, it skips and glitches. So yeah, it is creepy. Animals see them. I believe that too, Dog Mom. I know mine, so dad and stare up into space. Yeah. Saying I was 8 in 2nd grade when I was told to leave my Catholic school as well. Yeah. Hold on. So Nana, kids, Nana did the same thing. My brother and sister are twins, and I have more siblings than this, but they're twins. And all of us, all 6 of us went to this school. I'm much younger than my brothers and sisters. The ones right above me are twins. They got asked to leave Catholic school because my brother was being like hurt by the nuns. And they threw him up against like, those old heaters that like used to be in the schools, and like you couldn't touch them. Hi, Paula. Good to see you, baby. Like those old heaters that if you touch them, you get like a burn. Bro, my brother had learning disabilities, just like your girl. And the nuns were terrible to him. And so my mother pulled the twins out and sent them to the street. Tall heaters. Yes, girl. Yeah. The nuns hated my brother. Okay. But they're twins. My mother wasn't going to separate them. So she sent them to a public school down the street where he ended up getting better help, and he wasn't getting beat by. My mother sent me there like 8 years later. Yes. Oh, hey, Jen. Good to see you, honey bunny. Yeah, I went to co-mingling Catholic school. A lot of Catholic high schools are not co-ed. A lot of them are either a boy or girl to this day. But my elementary school, radiators. Yes. Yes, those huge monstrous radiators that were burning my brother. My mother sent me to the school 8 years later. Nana. Yeah, being asked to leave anywhere. Severian. Oh, is no. Well, there's no middle school Catholic schools anymore. I don't know if the Kennedy is still in Hyde Park, but that was all the younger grades. Catholic schools were always co-ed, and then when you got into high school, you had to go to all girl or all boy. Heaven forbid they put you in a position to fornicate. Mine was co-ed, Spelman. Oh, Archie's. I know so many people who went to Archie's. Yeah, you know what, Jen? I was always considered like a bad kid because I talked too much and I had like some authority figure issues, right? Like you're not gonna fucking tell me, shocker, right? But yeah. X is around the corner for me. Oh no shit. Severian. One of my nephew's friends still went there too. My mom got pregnant and all the girls. Yeah, I mean, it still happens. Nothing wrong with being outspoken. I mean, they called me a bad kid and I talked too much, made me sit by myself. But hey, Mrs. Thompson, look at me now. I'm talking on the internet. People want to listen to me, Miss Thompson. I hate my first grade teacher. I have resentments against that lady. If I saw her today, I'd be like, remember me, ma'am. Okay, let's keep going.
7 in the Providence Journal reads, Mrs. Perrin said she awoke before dawn one morning to find an apparition by her bed. The head of an old woman hanging off to one thing. Get out. Get out. I'll drive you out with death and gloom. All these incidents soon proved to be too much for the Perrin family. And in a bid to understand what exactly was going on in their home, Carolyn allegedly began reading up on the history of the old Arnold estate. In her research, she reportedly came across information about it for 8 generations, with many of the members dying under unexplainable or horrible circumstances, including by creek, murders, and
Kimmy, did you hear that? The drownings? What was our smiley face killer happening back then? I have questions.
suicides. 8 generations of one extended family lived in that house prior to our life. Andrew say some of them left. According to WJR News, the Book of Burville, over the course of its existence, the property had been host to 2 suicides by hanging, 1 suicide by poison, the rape and murder of 11-year-old Prudence Arnold
Oh my
by
God,
farmhand,
stop.
2 drownings, and the passing of 4 men who froze to death.
Wait a minute. Okay, so this house has a history. The Black Book of Burville, the town's former public records book, reveal that over the course of its existence, this specific property had been host to 2 unalivings by self-deletion, 1 by poison, the grape and unaliving of 11-year-old Prudence Arnold, because that's why they were going to call it, that's why I knew it as the Arnold estate. But okay, so the 11-year-old of Prudence Arnold by a farmhand, 2 drownings, and the passing of 4 men who froze to death, in addition to other tragic losses of life. That's a lot for one property. Hi, Bad Dazzer. Good to see you, baby. Yeah, no, Jay Warren, she can't shut me up now. Nope, she can't. Miss Thompson can go take a long walk. My white whale, this, yeah, exactly. We're gonna, we might do some more smiley face killer next week. Yeah, that's a lot of tragic stuff happening on one property. That's a lot. Okay, so if we're sitting here being like, why is it so haunted? Look at its past. But like, why did all this stuff happen? And what, I mean, okay, maybe like 2 things, but all those things, and poor Prudence. I gotta look into Prudence Arnold. Was that ever solved? God. Okay. We love Aggie. Okay, so there's a lot happening at this Arnold estate.
In addition to other tragic losses of life. However, claims regarding Prudence Arnold's death have been highly disputed, with local historians pointing to the fact that her official death record indicated that she died in Uxbridge, Massachusetts, which meant that she didn't lose her life on the farm. Furthermore, the record states her cause of death as her throat was cut by W.E.K., initials that contradicted the name of Bill Norton, which Andrea specified in her book. Some suspect Prudence's name and horrific death was included to help make sense of the reported hauntings. The parents were forced to remain in the old Arnold estate, as they had spent most of their money moving in and couldn't afford to relocate. The parents had to stay, and soon enough, the benevolent ghosts were replaced with a more violent and visible force.
Anybody else think this man has great hair? Like, good for you, sir.
By far, the most sinister and the most harmful spirit in the old Arnold estate was a woman named Bathsheba Sherman. She was responsible for glass suddenly shattering and objects inexplicably being launched across the room, smashing dangerously into walls. This spirit seemed to be particularly furious at the presence of Carolyn Perrin. One night, as Carolyn sat in the living room, she suddenly felt a piercing pain in her leg. Looking down, she saw blood trickling from a small stab wound in her calf that looked as if it had been caused by a large needle.
What?
According to Andrea Perrin.
What? I mean, do we not think that, like, oh, thank you, Caddy. Thank you, baby. Oh my God. It doesn't happen very often, but I had a few extra minutes today. The Conjuring House is approximately 289 years old. So not a lot of deaths considering the times. Okay. But I mean, to be tragic deaths like that, is that normal to have that many tragic deaths in one area? Yeah, she seems like the life of the party, doesn't she? What's up, Bad Dazzer? Yes, we love Bad Dazzer. And we have Caddy here. All right, guys, let's keep going. I'm not looking at chat because when I look at chat, this buffers. So if we're watching this, I'm not looking at chat, just so you guys know. I can't pull anything up. I have to go back.
Whoever the spirit was, she perceived herself to be mistress of the house, and she resented the competition my mother posed for that position. Bathsheba constantly tormented Carolyn all throughout the 10 years that the family lived in the old Arnold estate. The torture was both emotional and physical. Aside from being stabbed in the leg, the spirit reportedly hid Carolyn's things all the time, which made her feel as if she was going insane. She also frequently felt drained and exhausted, making her heightened emotions even worse.
I mean, I'm not trying to make a little jokey joke, but is she just a mom with ADHD? Because same, girl. Same. I lose everything. Always. It could be in my hand and I'm looking for it. And I'm exhausted. Maybe my building is haunted. I don't know.
Yet, on the other hand, Bathsheba was reportedly kind to Roger Perrin. The website History Collection even claims that he only saw Bathsheba's sweeter side, with loving caresses and innuendos. Later, the screenwriters and the director of the 2013 film The Conjuring would be most inspired by Bathsheba Sherman's torments, and based the majority of the film's plot on the horrors that she
love DMX
on the family. While she may seem like a figure created for Hollywood and the big screen, Bathsheba Sherman was very much real. Born in 1812 in Rhode Island, Bathsheba Thayer married fellow Rhode Islander Judson Sherman in Thompson, Connecticut on March 10, 1844. The couple were fairly well off, as Judson worked tirelessly on the land while Bathsheba stayed at home, tending to their son, Herbert, who was born in 1849. Some say that the Shermans had 3 other children, all of whom died before they reached 7. However, no census records have been found to confirm the accuracy of these claims. Still, an unofficial record of the Sherman family tree claims that Judson and Bathsheba's 3 other children were Julia, born in 1845, Edward, born in 1847, and George, born in 1853. It's highly possible that these kids died before the next census was carried out and therefore not recorded. But again, no hard evidence has been found that either proves or disputes their existence. Despite the quiet and unassuming lives that they led, the Shermans were often the subjects of the local rumor mill. The townspeople believed that Bathsheba was a witch, or a practitioner of the dark arts, and they felt their suspicions were confirmed when a baby in her care died under mysterious circumstances. When an autopsy was performed, the medical examiner found horrifying evidence that the base of the infant's skull had been pierced with something long and sharp. Many claim—
Wait a minute. Did she just say that there was an autopsy of a baby and the base of the neck was pierced with something sharp? Did we look further into that? I mean, Caddy, I would be pagan, but it's too cold to be running around. Oh, that made me laugh. I saw it on the side of like my side eye. I mean, if it was warm out, if it wasn't October in New England, I mean, sign me up. Who likes clothes anyway, right? I'm fucking dead. I love all of you guys. You guys make my days, man.
That this particular object had been a large sewing needle, and it had been done as part of a satanic ritual. Naturally, the locals started gossiping even more about Bathsheba and her alleged involvement with the occult, which spurred the court to take action against her. But with no proof that she had been the one to drive the needle into the infant's head, Bathsheba was quickly cleared of all charges and declared innocent. However, this didn't stop the townspeople from believing that the baby had been used as a human sacrifice to the devil.
That's scary.
Bathsheba died on May 25th, 1885, 4 years after her husband Judson passed away. The internet is rife with rumors that her body literally turned to stone the minute she drew her final breath.
What?
And there are also numerous posts online claiming that she had died from an unexplainable form of paralysis that left doctors both befuddled and frightened. The true cause of Bathsheba's death may never be known. However, her grave can still be seen and visited.
Jen O, I just thought the exact same thing in my mind. I'm like, Judson, where do I know that name from? Stop it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it is cold right now. I woke up this morning. Where am I? I woke up this morning and my apartment my apartment was 74 degrees out. It was 74 degrees out. Am I all right? It was 74 in here, but I had shorts on and I was freezing when I got out. I put the heat on for the first time all year. Oh my God. I've lived here and I've never left Massachusetts to live or anything ever. Okay. I'm a lifer and I can never get used to the cold. I just can't. And I know you guys can relate that are here or live in cold climates that just, never stop giving.
Today at the historic Baptist Cemetery in downtown Harrisville, Rhode Island. Because of the lack of evidence regarding her alleged satanist activities, some believe that Bathsheba Sherman wasn't actually the malevolent spirit haunting the old Arnold estate and the parents. As well, Bathsheba did live in the old Arnold estate listed. Rather, she lived in a nearby farm on the property. According to the Providence Journal, there are people who claim Arnold, who had reportedly killed herself in the farm's barn in the 18th century. However, this argument is highly disputed, given the fact that historical records show that the only Mrs. John Arnold to have died in this manner had passed away in the 19th century, specifically in 1866. Moreover, she had committed suicide in her own home, situated about a mile away from the old Arnold estate. The link between the farm and the spirit of Bathsheba had never been proven. In fact, it had only a suggestion made by. Naturally, they couldn't pass up the opportunity to investigate the strange and malevolent things that were happening to the Perron family in the old Arnold estate. In the film, Carolyn Perron reached out herself to the famed paranormal investigators to ask them to look into strange occurrences in the family's home. In real life, though, it was a family friend who contacted the Warrens, who, at the time, were working on a case in nearby Connecticut. We never actually contacted the Warrens. Our friend, Barbara, went to see them in Putnam because they did things all around the area. They were informed about us, recalled Andrea Perron. The Warrens reportedly made multiple trips to the property over the 10 years that the family lived there. Unlike in the film, though, they weren't of much help. For instance, the hide and clap game, a chilling scene from The Conjuring that saw Lily Taylor as Carolyn Perron being tormented by a spirit, was allegedly much worse in real life. The hide and clap game was based on the games of hide and seek played by the daughters in real life.
Okay, let's stop here for some commentary. So this is freaking wild. All right, wait, did they say that one of the owners, I had to take my earbuds off because I need to go get a drink. Did they say that ex-owners were coming to visit them over 10 years but had no answers? Why are you going back to a property that is haunted and that's why you left? Why are you going back? Can anyone riddle that? I don't know. My cross-country route used to go through the cemetery. No shit. Christy's from this area. Not to dox you, but she's from like all these areas. Yes. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, baby. No, honey. Oh, the Warrens. Okay, sorry. See, this is why I ask you guys, because I had to take out my earbuds. Aggie, we're in Illinois. I'm originally from there. Oh, I love that. My husband punched the Warren. All right, kids. Thank you for clarifying that, because I should have kept my earbuds on, but such is life. We're still trying to be professional.
The horrible incident playing hide and seek occurred about 6 months after they moved into the old Arnold estate, when the young Cindy decided she would hide in the woodshed. In order to remain unfound by her searching sisters, she climbed into a wood box with a simple wood panel for a lid. Yet, reportedly, when she pulled the panel over top, she found she couldn't move it back off. Apparently, Cindy started screaming and shoving against the lid. She began panicking when it wouldn't budge. After 20 minutes of her terrified that she would suffocate in the box, her sister Nancy found her and easily lifted off the lid, freeing the hysterical Cindy. After hearing about the family's experiences, Ed and Lorraine suggested it was the spirit of Bathsheba Sherman who was haunting the Perrons. Carolyn had shared how she had been stabbed with a needle-like tool, and the Warrens pointed out the fact that Bathsheba had been accused of doing the same thing to a child while she had still been alive. The Warrens were also said to have claimed that Bathsheba Sherman had murdered her daughter as a sacrifice to Satan, establishing black rituals before taking her own life in a bid to remain on the property to haunt it forever. They also said that she had hung herself, which was why Carolyn Perron often saw apparitions.
Oh my God, Bad Dazzer with the come through. They got sick of the Warrens coming to the house and the husband punched him and told him to get out. That is hilarious. Yeah, stop coming to my property, sir. Don't do that. We made it. We made it to Sunday. Hello, little brother. I just saw your message, actually. Yes, it has been cold. It's getting cold. It was cold last night. I too went to the trunk or treat last night and it was great. But it was chilly this year. It was chilly. It was like in the 50s, but when like you're outside for a long period of time and like your skin is literally like frozen, like when you take your pants off or your shirt or whatever, like your skin's legit frozen. Yeah, that's how it was last night. I see you went to a trunk or treat too. I hope you and your littles had a good time.
A woman with a noose around her neck. In the Conjuring film, the Warrens managed to successfully remove the spirit of Bathsheba from the home, saving the lives of Carolyn and April Perrin in the process. But the real-life Ed and Lorraine Warren weren't that helpful. During one of their visits, they reportedly conducted a seance, accompanied by a priest and a medium, in an attempt to communicate with the spirits that had been tormenting the Perrin family. In the middle of the ritual, Karen allegedly became possessed by the spirit of Bathsheba, speaking in tongues and levitating. The 5 Perrin girls were banned from the seance. However, Andrea claimed to have secretly witnessed it. Writing in her memoir, "I thought I was going to pass out. My mother began to speak a language not of this world in a voice not her own.
What?
Her chair levitated and she was thrown across the room." Andrea's younger sister, Cindy, had also been hiding with her in order to watch the events unfold. She recalled the incident as dreadful, saying that the Warrens tried to help, but we essentially found things got worse around them. Concerned for his wife's...
So, wait a minute. These Warrens were coming back. Apparently, the punch was just in the movie, but Roger did sternly tell them to leave. Okay. All right. That makes sense. I've seen the movie. I know that obviously there's like usually like just different accounts of it, but if why do these people keep coming back trying to help them? Like if you wanted to help these souls, why didn't you just keep the property, sir? If you are over on X, come over and hang out with us on YouTube, Unsolved with Amy Boston.
mental stability, Roger Perrin threw the Warrens out and banned them from investigating the hauntings any further. A 77-year-old Roger Perrin later recalled, "She was possessed. Her entire body was distorted, and it lasted several hours until they de-demonized her. And then, I threw the..." Finally, in 1980, Roger and Carolyn were able to sell the old Arnold estate, settling in Georgia to rebuild their lives and never look back. Throughout those 5 years, though, the 5 girls did all that they could to escape the hauntings. However, one of the later owners of the old Arnold estate, a woman named Norma Sutton, adamantly disagrees with the parents. She had purchased the property in 1987 and to this day claims that she has not been haunted, either by the malevolent Bathsheba, been living on the property when The Conjuring was released, and even sued the film for damages caused by fans who frequently trespassed on the property. In 2019, the old Arnold estate was once again put on the real estate market and was purchased by Corey Heinzen and his wife, Jennifer.
So, fun fact about the Conjuring House. A lot of you guys in the area may know, but if you don't live in this area, on the news the other day, they are trying to demolish the Conjuring House. They're trying to get rid of it totally. And the historic museums of Rhode Island, whoever, I know that I didn't realize it was still a private owner because they do have like tours and stuff like we were discussing at the top of the show, but they are trying to demolish the Conjuring House to have it not be there at all anymore. And I'm questioning whether or not whoever owns the house, who has been saying that it's not haunted, has known it's been haunted the whole time. It is not in a commercial zone, so they don't want owners to do a bed and breakfast, I think. Oh, thanks, Rosie. Some people need to get a grip going there. Yeah, no, I agree. Like if it's privately owned, you really shouldn't be going on people's property. I mean, call me a Karen, but like if you're on my property, I'm gonna have a problem with it, haunted or not. But is she I don't think she's living at the house because when I was looking at videos to go over today, because I know that some people don't know about what these homes are or whatever, I try to look for ones that kind of explain it. But we're going to go into a paranormal video after this because we have some time if you guys want to still hang out. But there are people that go and stay in this house overnight. I don't know whether they're there without permission, but like putting something on YouTube after you did a crime. Yeah, absolutely stay away from residential areas. Like it doesn't matter. Like the history and the hauntedness of it, if someone else owns it, stop going on their property. It's just like internet, stop interneting, stop calling people. Stop like doing all the stop interneting. Like we can consume all of the information here, but please don't go there. If someone owns this, stop going there. I mean, I'm going to review someone who went there and all of their findings, but I'm not going. So don't go to the Proctors. Wait, there's people going to the Proctor house right now? Why? It's part of history. Why knock down such an old building? You poor Yanks don't have honey. Exactly. Unless invited. Exactly. Unless you're invited, or unless it's a bed and breakfast, unless you asked the historic society or whoever owns the home, please don't go to private properties and break in. Like, that's a crime, kids. It's a crime. My house is real old too. How old is that house? I believe that, well, at least 100 years old. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. There was someone living there 100 years before I was born. I was born in 85, and I saw the date of 1885. I don't know if that was the first person who moved in or what, but it was being someone's home in the year 1885. They keep taking every historic property left and right. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. And our culture up here, like the city of Boston is so historic, right? All of New England is super historic. All of these like fun hauntings and things like that, all the stories, like why are we being punished for it? Like, just leave it there. Is it really hurting you? State of Rhode Island, is the Conjuring House really hurting you? Probably not. But some fucking Karen doesn't want it there. All right. We still got some time on this one.
Unlike the previous owner, the couple claimed that they often experienced paranormal activity, including faraway footsteps and doors slamming. However, none of their ghostly encounters close to what the Perron family had experienced in the 1970s. Unlike the Perrons and Norma Sutcliffe, Corey and Jennifer have welcomed the spirits haunting the old Arnold estate with open arms. When they moved in, they claimed to have slept in the small wing of the home for the first 4 months, saying they didn't want to overstep their boundaries with the supernatural. When they finally opened the door between the main house and the small wing, though, they were awakened by a mysterious, shadowy figure. Corey recalled, "It was just peeking around the door like this, all black, just looking at us. I remember looking at it and Jennifer was like, 'What the hell is that?' I said, 'That's a shadow figure,' and it moved real fast. She said, 'Awesome,' and we high-fived each other.
That's awesome.
His wife Jennifer added, 'It wasn't scary. It wasn't an evil presence. We were just excited.' Even with the Heinzens asserting the presence of the supernatural in the old Arnold estate, there are still many who doubt its existence. Despite their critics, though, the Perrons remain adamant that their story is true. In interview with you, Andrew said, 'With my mother would just as soon swallow our tongue than tell a lie. People are free to believe whatever they want to believe. But I know what we experienced.' Lorraine claims that the things that went on there were just so incredibly frightening. It still affects me to talk about it today. One of her most outspoken, a neurologist and president of the New England Skeptical Society, a longtime critic of the Warrens and their work.
What?
He was once quoted as saying, "The Warrens are good at telling ghost stories. You could do a lot of movies based on the stories they have spun. But there is absolutely no reason to believe there is any legitimacy to them." Despite the criticism, the Perron family was supportive of the movie. In an interview, Andrea Perron stated that, "The cast is perfect. The children resembled us as children and have our personalities as children. She further praised director James Wan, saying that he managed to capture the essence of what she and her family had gone through. Many continue to be fascinated by The Conjuring and the alleged real events that inspired the horror movie, despite the movie having been released years ago in 2013. In a top-rated comment on Reddit, user Non-Corporeal Entity writes, "The Warrens were well..."
Hold on. I have to say, Jen, he said that he was part of the Skeptical Society. Was that right? Did I not hear that correctly? Because that's what I heard, and that's why I laughed. The Skeptical Society. What? What is happening?
Known for fabricating stories and details in order to sensationalize a haunting for media attention and book sales. Everyone investigated claimed all of the people involved in their most famous cases were in financial trouble and at risk.
That's interesting too. That is interesting. So I just listening to that right now. I cannot see chat right now. I'm going to go in and find a different video. 1 second. But they're saying that all the families were in financial ruin, and that's why. What are they making it up? Are they saying, aren't we all skeptical? But who? Yeah, that's a fact. That's a. Oh, Amy, we should do the Bell Witch. What's the Bell Witch? Say less. Hold on. Um, okay, so this one right here is okay. Would you guys rather see Blair Witch? The Bell Witch Cave in Adams, Tennessee. I mean, let's do it. Should I do it right now? What are we doing? Yeah, he was a neurologist. You're right, Sandy. I haven't seen Blair Witch in forever. No, the Bell Witch Cave. Do you guys want to go over that, or do you guys want to go over an interview with the parent family from the Conjuring House? I don't care. I'm down for anything. You said Bell Witch Cave in Adams, Tennessee. Hold on. Bell Witch Cave. So let's read the summary. Okay, this says Groovy Gavin investigates the legend of the Bell Witch in Adams, Tennessee. Locals share chilling firsthand accounts of unexplained paranormal at this Bell Witch Cave and beyond. This Scooby-Doo style adventure explores the history and haunting claims of the property. I have an unsolved mysteries of it. This one looks good. What do you guys think? By the end of Blair Witch Project movie, I hoped all the antagonists. Good morning, Scotty McGinnis, or Scotty Mick. Someone removed a rock from there and all bad things happened to him. He went back and returned it. Imagine that. Imagine being so spooked. You're like, I got to go back to my vacation spot. What the fuck is happening? What is happening? Do you guys want to go over the parent interview, or do you guys like to segue into this Bell Witch Cave? Because I think I found something pretty good. All right. So we're going to do this. You have to sign a waiver and told not to remove anything. Really? No shit. See, I mean, take me there. Let's go. Let's go right now. All right. So the Blair Witch Project. Yeah. Yeah. That used to remember that. That was like so freaky and like everything. And it was like all the rage back in the day. And if you watch it, Kung Fu Panda, yeah, Kung Fu Panda is definitely awake. He's in the other room. That's weird and cool at the same time. It is. It is. All right. So we have a few more minutes. Let's move over to the Bell Witch cave. It was a great movie. It was really good. It was good. All right. No one's answered me, so we watched a lot of The Conjuring. We can just pivot to a different one. I mean, we'll get all the hauntings in today because it's our last haunted theme. Doesn't mean we have to like stop doing haunted themes, but technically, kids. All right. Okay, cool. Thanks, Jen. All right, kid. So this is, I don't know anything about it. I'm going in blind with this. So this is in Tennessee and is the Bell Witch Cave. No stopping the hauntings. Okay, yeah, we can continue to go into all right. Yeah, because Scotty McGinnis, I'm not into the paranormal stuff like in like TV shows and stuff, so it wasn't, but it was all a rage back then. People were like, "Oh my god, I fainted in the theater," and it was like, really? I've never fainted in a theater for any reason. I'm holding on to one of those. Let's ride. All right, let's go. A skeleton key. I love skeleton keys. All right, babe, let's go on. So, okay, again, I'm going in this blind. I'm going to have questions. This is the Bell Witch Cave in Tennessee. Let's go, kids. Let's dive in. The Boogeyman.
Welcome to Tennessee in the southeastern United States. Day or night, the state is home to all genres of music. From bluegrass to country, Delta blues to rock and roll. The legendary clubs along Beale Street in Memphis were among the first to feature Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash. Nashville, the state capital, is also the capital of country music recording. But something that's frequently overlooked by visitors who come for the entertainment are the mountains and fertile plains of rural Tennessee. About 40
Tennessee is
miles or
absolutely beautiful. I've driven through going to North Carolina, and it is stunning.
60 kilometers north of Nashville lies this quaint little town of Adams. Population 628. Visitors can expect to be treated to legendary Southern hospitality. But this peaceful setting is better known for something sinister. 200 years ago, apparitions and horrific events tormented a local family. Even today, some descendants feel
I didn't
they're
know
still
about it,
being
Kim.
shadowed by a spirit.
96 called a witch. Some people call it a demon.
In the legend, John Bell was poisoned by the spirit who calls herself Kate.
Many things have been seen inside the local caves. Folks believe that spirits...
I have friends who have gone out there. They can feel the presence of the witch.
Host behind the stove.
I'm convinced something very, very bad was in that house.
And some believe it was trapped between
Purgatory,
two worlds,
people.
between the earth
Purgatory.
and the spirit world.
What it was, we really don't know.
The spirit was asked, where did you come from? Who are you and where did you come from? And he said, I am a spirit and I have been disturbed. I've been around for millions of years.
had to be something very powerful to do what it did, but it never led on to what it actually was, coming after our family. And when it was asked about why it was coming after the Bell family, or after John, the spirit said he just needs killing.
People in the area continue to claim to see sightings of the Bell Witch. They claim to hear her middle of they hear the sounds of things in the house or maybe in the woods, and they will attribute that to the Bell Witch.
But it's supposed to be an eternal spirit. And, most people look at it as some kind of witch riding around on a broom, but that's not how it's ever described by the Bells. They always describe it as a voice or an entity, and they claim they could see from time to time. It exhibited itself as either an animal or a human being. Now, the neighbors always heard the voices, but many of them said they did not see the form, that it sometimes manifested according to legend.
Well, you have your believers and you have your non-believers.
So, not for nothing, okay? Not for nothing. It kind of sounds like schizophrenia, right? And listen, so I was talking about how I went to the haunted house on Friday, and I feel like some people can psych themselves up to, if you know that there's like a spooky guy supposedly, like, or a witch in a certain area, are you more apt to feel it because you're like, oh my God, there's like ghosts here? Or are you psyching yourself up into hearing things that might not be there? I don't know. Tennessee used to be nice, and now women are second class. I just got behind the state, and people are not treated. Oh, really? I don't like that. I just watched Weapons. Yeah. Oh my God. Dog Mom told me to watch that. Jay, I am so happy you're here, baby. Good to see you. I was on the fence, but it was actually a good movie, Dog Mom. All right. Let's keep going.
And with that comes the extent of in both areas. You have some that are very hardcore. I don't believe in ghosts. I will not ever admit that there's a Bell Witch. And then you have the people who really believe that she existed and that she tormented this Bell family for years, and that she continues to torment people in Robertson County as they visit Adams.
Supposedly one of the sons of John Bell had served with Andrew Jackson.
He's a skeptic.
Andrew Jackson came back and had a confrontation with this entity.
Andrew Jackson had a pleasant encounter with it, but it abused people that he was with, and he was quoted as saying he'd rather face the whole of the British Army as to face the Bell Witch again. Well, now it showed up as several different things.
What?
In the story,
God.
It was like a turkey, a wolf, a little girl in a swing, that when Betsy tried to talk to her, she disappeared.
The details of these hauntings aren't for the faint of heart. For nearly 2 centuries, the Bell Witch has fascinated old followers of the paranormal. We are instantly being evoked by fireside storytellers, both a play and a Hollywood movie.
According to history, John Bell's death
There's a Hollywood movie?
was attributed to a spirit, and it's the only person I know in the history of the United States whose death was attributed to a spirit.
One
The
could
legend
hope.
of the Bell Witch has been passed down from generation to generation in the town of Adams, Tennessee. And it's gone viral. It has all the elements of a classic ghost story. An old haunted house, furniture moving on its own, eerie sounds, and strange voices that come from nowhere. It's more than enough to convince anyone their home is possessed.
Let me tell you a little bit about the Bell house. In 1817, according to legend, the Bells began to experience a phenomenon they called the spirit. The neighbors called it a witch, and it began to torment the family, in particular, John Bell and his youngest daughter, Betsy. John Bell had a lot of health problems, and they blamed that on the spirit. He lost his shoes at times. They just literally fly off his feet, and they'd have to retrieve them. Betsy was slapped, had her covers removed at various times, had her hair tied in knots around the bedpost.
Betty seemed to be targeted, her and the other children, and would have experiences during the night of being slapped, being pinched. her hair being torn. She would scream out in the middle of the night, and the family would see to her. When visitors would come and spend the night to see if these stories were actually true, they too would experience this.
John at times could not talk. It was as if he had a stick
got that
crossways in
right.
his mouth. And then he would get better. This went on for about 2 or 3 years until finally, on the 19th of December, 1820, John Bell became extremely sick. The doctor was called, and it was determined that he had been poisoned. They were beginning to wonder who did this. Did somebody in the family poison John Bell? Did Betsy do this? Did the neighbor do this? They hear the voice that they've heard so often in the house. And the spirit, as they call it, said, "I killed old John. I fixed his medicine last night, gave him a big dose of it, and he'll never get up out of that bed." And John Bell died.
I've come to the conclusion that something definitely did happen. I've seen a letter, handwritten letter from 1820.
Why does this guy have a casket behind him? Does anybody know? Is he like the local mortician? What the fuck is happening right now? Why is there a casket behind him?
The year John died, 2 boys riding home to their mother on their trip to see the angel at the Bell House. And they were able to get to the house, and the first night they said nothing happened, and the second night it happened, and said, "Mom, it's not an angel, it's the devil."
And this is part of the legend that continues on through the years. Family is here in Robertson County, and it has a bloodline that exists to, and because of that, the story just keeps getting passed generation to generation and is kept alive.
Bob Bell is one of those descendants. He has no doubts his family's stories are true. Like his 5th great-grandfather, John, Bob has also been a target inside his own home.
I had just gotten ready to get into bed, and everything was really quiet then. And then I heard at the end of that hall, the double doors slam shut, both doors. And one of them latches, so they had to be unlatched, and they had to slam them shut. And there was footsteps came down the hall and stopped at my door, and the hair on my neck stood up. And me not being superstitious, I thought somebody was in the house. You know, I thought we had an intruder, and I was scared I've ever been. There, I had it cocked. I was going to shoot somebody. And I went room to room, SWAT team style, and took me about a half hour to go through the whole house because there's 2 sets of stairs. And I went back and forwards and looked everywhere in that house. There was nobody there. And I slept with the door locked, pistol by the bed, my light on.
Many people believe the Bell Witch that stalked John Bell and his family isn't just an old legend. It's still. Other people in Adams and Robertson County also have had close encounters with the spirit.
That's
Most
crazy.
happen inside a network of caves, once used for cold storage by farmers in the region. These dark, out-of-the-way caves can be dangerous places, but are perfect locations for paranormal caves. Casual visitors are warned not to enter. The popular cave area is the one the Bell family other spirit, but they could end up even worse off. Cornering a wild
Not for
animal.
nothing, but these caves are really freaking cool. I want to go just for the caves. I mean, he's standing straight up.
In its lair.
Many of our local ghost stories have begun in caves. Voices, orbs, just about anything you can name have been supposedly heard. And a few years ago, in the last 15 or 20 years, somebody captured a picture outside the mouth of a cave here, and it looked to be a woman dressed in a white dress.
What?
Showed up in the film, but it wasn't in the picture when they took it. Betsy Bell and the Bell children often played in the cave that was on their farm. They claimed at times to have had something chase them. And so the story of a giant fish just below the cave that stirred up the water and caused the Bell children to be greatly alarmed. trip from the river, a little girl from the tree, and she talked him and told her that she shouldn't marry her boyfriend, Joshua Gardner. Caves to the legend of the Belgian County.
Wow.
I was teaching a local history class for volunteers. Like the guy that owned the cave, he asked me if I had ever been to the cave, which I had not. And so we go down to the cave, and we go about 250 feet back, and I got up on this ledge with this gentleman to see some Indian drawings or whatever, and the lights go out. And this is 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and I have 10 or 11 history students in there. So we grope ourselves back out of the cave, and we get to the entrance of the cave. The lights come back on. Now, my son, who was, let's say, 79, so say about 6 or 7 years old, I wouldn't let him go. So I made him stay with the lady upstairs. So I assumed that she had done something with the lights. He said she didn't move.
I mean, that is pretty fucking creepy. Yes, hold on. What happened? Hello? Can you guys see me? Hello? Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Did the stream get taken down? Hello, can you guys see me? Hello, hello, can you see me? Can you see me? Hello, hello. Yes. Okay. What the fuck happened? Did my shit get struck? I think if it got struck, I wouldn't have been able to come back. Okay, cool. Cannot see, but can hear you. All right, I'm good. What just fucking happened? Did the Bell Witch just like fuck up my shit? Because it was still playing for me. The fuck? What just happened? That was weird. Could you always see me? Everything was fine on my side. I don't know what happened, Jay from Hell. Jay from Hell, Free Turtle Boy. I can see you. Okay, cool. See me and hear me. What the fuck just happened? That was bizarre. Kids, what was it? Was it like my own spirits? It went black screen. Get out of here. Jesse. It was a ghost. It was a ghost because everything was fine on my side. That was spooky. Holy moly. No, everything was fine on my side. Google does suck, Scott. Absolutely. Yeah, it completely shut down for me. Black screen. It said policy. Oh, okay. So maybe fucking fair use, assholes. Fair use, assholes. I mean, all right. It was ghost. I don't know. I'm the first person that's ever lived in my place. I was fishing around 100 clicks and trying to find a membership. I wonder if it was boo. No, Google is evil. Some, it's a policy violation. Yeah, someone probably fucking struck me. It's probably one of the fucking lurkers in the back. Payback's a bitch. It's all done by AI. Oh, yeah, it could be. It could be. All right, guys. Well, I've been on for 2 hours at this point. I'm gonna believe that it was a ghost just for purpose. So hold on one second. Kung Fu Panda's looking for me. I believe that. Oh yeah, no, it has nothing better to do. Absolutely. It is. It's a ghost in the AI machines. All right, guys. So it's been 2 hours. Maybe we can cover the rest of that next week, and from a different creator who's not going to fucking strike me like the piece of shit he is. Yes. Until next week. Until next week. I might be back later. Who knows? I want to go over some more of our cases that we've been following. Lauren Matthias is the gift that keeps on giving. There's new David updates. There's all types of things. I have new cases that I'd love to go over with everybody. So if you're available, maybe around 4 or 5 o'clock, come back here. Yes, sorry about the unavailable. Fucking, I'm blaming the Tennessee caves for that one. Okay. Yeah. I know. All right. All right, guys, I am out of here until the next one. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and turn your notifications on to make sure that you know when I am live. It's been real, guys. Thanks for hanging out and learning and discussing the Conjuring House. And Kim, thank you for the cave. Thank you for the cave idea. But okay, bye, guys. See you on the next one. Maybe later.